See already?
I plan nothing. I'll hit you up on the side.
All right, cool. I got stuff. Well, welcome to Liquidated, Farouk. I've been trying to get you on for a little while. I know you've been busy traveling, going on fancy mansions and shit. That I want to join next time. Give me the invite. But happy to have you on. I'm trying to get on as much of the crypto OGs that I possibly can, and guys that kind of worked really hard in the space, and got a ton of respect for you and all the work you put in. Hate it or love it, you've done really great, brother, and I appreciate you coming on. So what have you been working on lately? You've been on Myriad Markets. You want to hear about that? What's going on with that?
Dude, thanks for having me. I love that. Straight to business. Fuck yeah. Dude, it's been tough also with the time zone. Like you're asking what PST? I'm like on the other side of the world
Yeah.
at the moment. So every time we tried, it was like too complicated. But I'm home right now until Sunday, so it'll be good, dude. Marriott's cooking, man. That's the only thing I've been doing. The only thing I've been talking about. I feel like people are still gonna be tired of hearing me talk about it, but I gotta keep it coming. We launched Myriad Markets, a prediction market platform, on the back of Decrypt and Rug Radio, which we own, and figured, why not take this on? But the thing is, we actually started building it 18 months ago. And only launched USDC markets back in March. So it took about a year from like idea, getting the team together to build it and like launching USDC markets to actually get going. And then you guys have seen it the last 2 3 weeks, like prediction markets all of a sudden are like the new talk of town. And thankfully we have a good product that's already done, $12 million, $13 million in volume and has 500,000 signups. And, we're off to the races. So pretty
Can
hype,
you explain to me like how a prediction market works? Like, because I've seen them. I've never done one before. I know like Alex Weiss made a ton of money like on the Trump trade, but how does it work?
Basically, the Trump tree is a good example, right? Most prediction markets like Polymarket and Kalshi at a certain level, they're order book models. So just like how you guys trade your perps on Hyperliquid and whatnot, you take a position. So you buy contracts of X position. So you buy a contract of Trump to win the election in 2024, right? And then you're able to like trade it as the contract moves up or down, right? Or you can just keep it until expiry, where you either win big or you lose it all. So that's why it's fun, because just like perps, you can take a position and just trade it around. Obviously, like they're less liquid than like let's say trading perps on Ethereum, Bitcoin, etc., which I think is about to change. So there's a lot of slippage. But for us, for now, the size that we were, because this model is soon not going to work anymore, we have an AMM model, right? So we put our own liquidity like at the company level into a market, and you're able to take a position, and you're just like kind of like betting against the market. We're soon gonna move to an order book model. The people smarter than me in the company are working on that, because we've outgrown the AMM model in a way, which is really good. And basically, people can take positions on any markets that we create. Like for example, we have a fun one right now, which is will Polymarket announce a token this year? Because Polymarket is probably not going to run this market, right, about their own platform, and I don't think Kalshi and the other competitors are going to do it. We're like, fuck it, let's run it. And so you're able to like predict, like, yes or no, do you think they're going to take announce a TG or an ICO or anything this year? And that's how it works. Like, you buy the yes, you buy the no. It's binary for us, and you either trade it or you wait for the prediction to hit.
And this is kind of like a more fair platform to bet on prediction markets to me, like as opposed to memes where there's insiders, there's this, there's that. Like, what about the fees? What's the fee structure for something like this? Like if there's a prediction market, you guys get like 1%, because it'd be even better than a sports book. Like a sports book takes a 10% vig on every single thing. Like, and I sports bet a lot. I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, I have so many friends in the Web3 space. I could probably find like this bet on a prediction market and not waste 9% every time I make a fucking bet.
Yeah, I mean, we have a fee, right? So the way we work with Myriad is we have 3% fee, and some people are like, well, that's a lot of fees. But like the thing is, like, no matter what you trade, like there's always going to be a fee. And you have to run a business, right? So like 3% fee, but the thing is 1% goes to us, 1% goes back into liquidity. So there's a reason why, and 1% is going to go back to distributors or like partners that we're going to have in order to serve these markets. Polymarket, I believe, doesn't have a fee. They only have a fee on the winnings, if I'm not mistaken. But I can't afford to burn the money Polymarket's burning, right? Or Cash or the Giants. I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, we don't have the numbers for sure, but I'm pretty sure the larger prediction platforms have lost like 8 figures trying to see liquidity for these like markets, because they just like decided, okay, we do the volume so people can do whatever they want on these markets, But in exchange, we're going to lose money on these markets. Kalshi, I think, just raised their fee or added something to it. So every prediction market's a little different. But it's going to be interesting to see how that evolves, right? Like, I got to be honest, like for the moment, even on Myriad, you go to a sports book, you can take, let's say, like a football game, right? You have no fee, and then you just take your winnings, whatever. But you can't trade the position around, right? It's pretty hard to cash out, and they don't all offer cash out at any time, right? It's always a specific given time. For a prediction market, the good thing is, even though you have a fee, you can trade the position and sell some of it. So let's say you have, like, I don't know, some football team A beating football team B. Even though you've paid a fee on that, like, you can get out of like 10% of position, 20% of position, 50% of position, double down, triple down, or sell some, flip. So it's just a much easier way, I think, to like bet on sports. Obviously, sports is a big thing. We're not like as intense on sports as like political events, crypto, and culture plays, because I think
Yeah.
like prediction markets are killing it. But there's definitely like a very good and interesting use case here for
Do you
prediction
think
markets.
it'll eventually replace sports books potentially?
I think they will. I mean, there's a reason why like FanDuel is exploring it, and DraftKings as well. Like, it's like public, right? DraftKings definitely like started like looking into like who's offering what, because you need a specific license for it, the
Mhm.
DCM license, designated contracts markets, that you need to have, which Kalshi has, and the Poly Market essentially just bought by buying an exchange. I think they're all gonna start doing it. I think the sports betting industry is actually already feeling it, because there's a reason why like some governments like Massachusetts like going after Kalshi, etc. And then some of the big sportsbook founders and CEOs and stuff are like started to come out against prediction markets. Like, I think there's
Yeah, of
I think
course.
it's scared.
Yo, so tell me this. You know how UMA is the resolver for Polychain or Polymarket? What are you guys using? How do you resolve your markets? What's the
We're centralized at the moment. I'm pretty sure Kalshi is as well. So like UMA protocol is like the oracle for Polymarket, right? But then you've seen like there's been some people that were not too happy about this, because basically something can go into a resolution if they're contesting it, and basically the vote is made by a group of people that hold the
yeah,
UMA
why
token,
why is
right?
that the structure? That doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
I agree. I mean, I don't think it makes any sense. I wouldn't be surprised to see Polymarket kind of step away from it. I mean, you've seen they
And
just
isn't
announced.
it backed by a token as well or something?
Yeah, it's backed by a token. So like basically, if you and I disagree on a market, right, and it goes into a resolution, like the Zelensky suit was a good example, right? Even
Yeah.
the guy who made it said it was a suit, right? But then Uma whales were on the no side and they're not happy. It goes into resolution. I think it's like 4,000 holders total of the coin, and there was like
Yeah,
$100 million less, right? So it's not great, unless it was not a good look for Polymarket, and I wouldn't be surprised if it get away from it. And by the way, I love Polymarket, and I admire them and everything they've done. It's just not sustainable over time. What's going to be sustainable, I believe, is slowly building your own designated oracles in house and trying to find better ways to resolve that. Right? We're building our own, but for now, it's all centralized. So like we create the markets internally with the team, we set the lines, and we resolve them manually. Just because for now, like especially on a small scale, you can't afford to fuck up, right? I can't have
yeah.
like a scandal with other people's money at the moment, and Kalshi is centralized as well. I think there's gonna be a way to be progressively decentralized, and I think we'll hopefully be able to solve for that. But the systems in place right now, Oracle wise, are just not great.
So how did the suit thing end? It really just resolved on
No,
no, even
yeah,
though everyone called it yes.
yeah, it resolved on no.
Like even news didn't even headlines come out that it was a yes. In theory, it was a suit.
Yeah, I mean, the guy who created it called it a suit, but I mean, personally speaking, I don't call that a suit. I mean, I know y'all like to suit up too, but there's been other examples. Like I think it was there's been other conflicts where it
I
happened.
saw one recently. But I can't remember what it was.
What was it? It was Easy was super pissed about it. Hold on. Oh, I forgot. I forgot what it was. I'll try and find it. I mean, it's happened a few times, and I think Polymarket's aware of the kind of the
They
publicity.
have to be. I mean, dude, the reason I heard about the suit thing was because I had a random DM me saying, "Hey, man, you've got a following. Maybe you can make a difference." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I
I
was like,
know. I know.
and then
I
I
mean,
actually ended up firing like $5,000 or $10,000 into yes when it was already priced out and going
no
under.
way.
But yeah,
Oh, I think there was the Michael Saylor one, the MicroStrategy one recently,
yeah,
where it's like, are they going to
that
announce
was
that
the
they
most recent
bought?
one. Yeah,
Yeah. Do you know the thing is it's really hard, right? Prediction markets, that's why like everyone that's like riding the hype right now and launching a prediction market, they're probably not going to be around in 99 in for 99% of the case because it's so fucking hard to run a prediction market, guys. Like you have to have, first of all, you have to start building your oracle or have like the right resolution in market creation. You have to have the perfect resolution. Like our resolutions are pinpoint. Like to launch a market, the people launching them do so much research that even the nitty gritty can be contested, right? Like you have to have an exact source. Like sometimes people are like, yo, Farouk, we want to market on this. I'm like, but it doesn't work because I need to be sure that there's one resolution outcome and source that nobody can come after us after, right? And then the liquidity problem, right? The liquidity problem is going to be the biggest killer of most next gen prediction markets out here. But yeah, long story short story long, we're going to be developing our own oracle because I mean this is also what makes most sense if we're going to be launching a token on the myriad level is like we need to have like an oracle so that it could become sort of a flywheel.
Is there a certain separation you have between your prediction market and all the other ones that are kind of competitive right now?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, we're actually doing okay on the liquidity side.
Mhm.
We're slowly starting to like ramp this up as well and offering better liquidity. Obviously, like slippage wise, there's always going to be slippage on those for the people who want to slam bigger amounts, but we're getting that slowly. Second of all, we're distributed across like large media companies, so that's why we went into that, right? Like prediction markets, I think, are the future of media, and it makes perfect sense for us, who's like one of the biggest media players in the crypto industry between Ruggido and Decrypt, to start injecting that and offering that into our media platform. So right now, if you go on any Decrypt article, you're going to find through our SDK a prediction market that's like injected into that and offered. We have good network, good backing. I think we're very good founders, and we also have a lot of time, I think, that we've spent on this to build a good, robust UI and UX versus a lot of prediction markets. Now, I think a lot of them will do good. So I actually don't think it's gonna be just like even 10 of them that's gonna survive. I think there's gonna be a lot more.
Mhm.
But I definitely do think that we have a pretty good head start when it comes to the media side of things, distribution.
What about your origin story as far as like how'd you get into crypto? What were you doing before? What kind of personality traits do you think like give rise to your success? Kind
of I mean, before crypto, I was always a solopreneur. Like I already had my little business, but it's not like I had like many employees, right? I was just working with a bunch of people on my own, kind of hustling, bustling. I started doing social media early on. Like I was 14 years old, started building blogs, blah, 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 try to monetize them, didn't work out. And then moved on to Instagram in 2014, built a network of 10 million followers in 2 years.
like on your own profile, or was it like something
multiple? Like I was the first person to start a luxury page on Instagram. Like one of the first.
Very cool, bro.
Like I don't know if you guys remember Mr. Good Life on IG. Ponzi, you probably know this because you're all like you got your IG going and everything. But like I started that, and then it became at Good Life.
That's his nickname.
Yeah, it was what people used to call me, Mr. Good Life. But now it's Ponzi. He took it.
Yeah.
And so I started this, and I was like, well, I was like 18 or 20, and I was like, everyone in class was like addicted to doing this, right? And not doing that, like watching TV. And I was like, well, what if I build a network of Instagram pages and then sell ads from TV instead on here because you're scrolling anyways. Yeah. Now you're like, oh, everyone's monetizing this shit. But when I was doing it, the term influencer wasn't even coined yet in like the dictionary, right? So it was like everyone thought I was an idiot. So basically, I was like, I'll start a luxury page. I'll start a nature page. I'll start a travel page. I'll start a more sexual page. I'll start a fucking cars and trucks page.
What was the sexual page?
Yeah, I had a page called Dirty Feelings at the time.
No way.
And Mrs. Good Life.
Yeah, and Mrs. Good Life at the time. Like I had everything, bro. I had a page called like cars and guns. It was just like trucks and guns. Like it doesn't matter, right? And then people would come to me, and then I remember I was like 18, 19 years old. Some of my mom's basement, broken iPhone 5C. I had like $4,000 Canadian to my name, and I was like, "Bro, I gotta make money. Like I hate not having money, Like, and I was in law school at the same time, so I started running these Instagram pages solo, and then I would like cold email like 500 companies per day until one would buy it, and then eventually like they started biting. I would sell like $10 ads, $15 ads, $50 ads. Then I started like buying pages from people before it was a thing. And then I started like trading pages. So like in 2015, I was in like the trenches of Instagram, like buying a 100K follower page from someone for like, I don't know, $5,000, monetizing it within a month and selling it for 20K. So I was just like literally doing stuff like that for years. And then fast forward, I started making $1,000, 10 grand, 100 grand. Like it started growing pretty big. And eventually in 2020, when COVID hit, so I did that for 6 years. So from 2014 to 2020, I was like the Instagram guy. I was like selling a bunch of ads. I had a network of over 100 million followers, about 15 million of which were mine. And I was just like selling ads, not only on my pages, but for other people. So I became like an agency, right? And then, that industry kind of started getting like too shady, too fake. People saying fake followers and a bunch of like crooked shit. It was kind of dirty. And COVID happened. So there I am back in my mom's basement, just with a little bit more money when I started. And then this crypto thing was picking up. You guys were in it. I wasn't. I was curious about crypto in 2012, 2015. I just didn't have the balls to do it. Mm-hmm. So I never bought crypto. And then like, I just couldn't. I got obsessed with it. Like I was like, whoa, like this is it. Like ETH, Bitcoin, blah, blah. And then I saw the run. And then Jan 2021, my resolution was, like, I'm going to get involved with this crypto thing because I think it's going to work out for me. So I got involved. And then, February 2021, Clubhouse. You guys remember Clubhouse? That was it, right? That's where everybody was during COVID. And I found out about NFTs and the rest is history, right? Like you guys kind of saw me early. Like I kind of became the NFT guy. Yeah. And I went all in,
How did you become the NFT guy? Like, was there something you did that was similar to the Instagram? Yeah. And like, how did the reply guy? Like, what did you do?
Similar approach. So the thing with me is I get obsessed. So like, I go all in, right? And so when Clubhouse happened, I was like, wow, like I love Clubhouse because I can be like chilling in my underwear at home and just hosting something from a cell phone, no video, like. And I was so I got obsessed with Clubhouse. So then I grew an audience on Clubhouse. It became pretty big between November to Feb. But then when NFTs happened, I was like, whoa, this shit is going to change the world. Like I got obsessed with NFTs, like genuinely. It wasn't just like, I'm going to make money. It's like, I was obsessed with it because it makes sense, right? Art stored on the blockchain, provenance, blah, blah, blah. Like it just made sense to me for some reason. Like it clicked more than what crypto, like coins did. And I think that's happened for most people. I think NFTs was the single biggest onboarding event in the history of crypto. Right? Some would say meme coins, but I do think NFTs is like the biggest thing with regards to like Web2 to Web3 bridge. And so when that happened, I already had followers on Clubhouse. So I pivoted to hosting rooms about NFTs for 16 hours a day. Because that's what I do. Like I'm obsessive about things. But then it wasn't like, I wasn't acting like I knew everything. I was just the one asking the questions, right? So I was like, what's an NFT? How does it work? So then I started like hosting every day to educate myself. But by educating myself, I started gaining a ton of attention. So I kind of became like the NFT guy within Clubhouse. I don't know how many followers I had on Clubhouse, but then I started hosting all these like celebrities. You remember the 2021 hype. So I was like, yo, I'll just ride the hype on like Paris Hilton wants to hop onto my fucking Clubhouse room. Like, let's do it. She'll get me 100,000 listeners, right? And I was getting 200,000-300,000 listeners over like 24 hours. Like it was insane, guys. Like, no, maybe it still exists, but definitely not running. And so I was like, I was just running it. Like every day you'd hop on Clubhouse, I was like top host, right? About NFT. I started the NFT club, blah, blah. And next thing you know, like I'm hosting all the big artists and all the big Web2 celebrities, right? You name it, like Calvin Harris, Mike Tyson, whatever, like Snoop Dogg, I've done it like 3 times, like whatever it is, right? And so I blew up. But then in June 2021, Spaces happened, right? Twitter copied Clubhouse. And then I just moved and I realized that there was this thing called CTE. Like, I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, Twitter is like the home of crypto. Mm-hmm. And I discovered CT. I didn't have Twitter until before that. I was like, what the fuck? And then I came into CT and you guys saw this. I did the same thing. I obsessively started hosting Twitter Spaces with D's. And so it was just me and D's. Nobody was hosting Spaces, right? Like it was like small ones, like nobody was doing it. And so I was doing that like 16 hours a day. And then I went from 0 to 300,000 followers that year, dude. It was nuts. Like, started Rug Radio, shit started popping off, minted out our NFTs, $7 million in like an hour for the Rug Radio NFTs. And then within 23 months, merged with the Crypt Media. And now we're here with Myriad.
And do you spend like any time trading or anything, or are you just more focused on like the business side of crypto?
So for me, my full time is the business side of crypto. Just like anyone in the space, it's impossible not to trade. I feel like you have to like trade a bit to like really get it as a founder. I've had some really big ones, so I'm happy. Like I was so early to NFTs, boys. Like you could argue being early to NFTs is 2018, but it's not. Like being early to NFTs is like Feb 2021 before Bored Apes, right? Because like you caught that. Like I was buying apes to like 0.2 ETH, you know what I mean? And then Cool Cats at 0.1. And so I was early to the whole NFT wave. So I did well there. Took I think my first buy of NFT. I've only ever deposited $4,000 into crypto. Then I ran that up to like 7 mil during the NFT run, but then round tripped it to like sub one. Classic first cycle, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you have to. So I round tripped the whole fucking bag. I think I ended
on what?
I mean, I round tripped all my
NFTs,
all my Azukis, all my cool cats, all my fucking.
You still have your rare Pepe, right?
I still have a lot. Yeah, I still have my Nakamoto card.
Yeah,
and that's still hella liquid, by the way. Yeah. My rare Pepe collection is just like that's more of like a passion thing.
Same.
But like I round trip a lot of shit, but I still did good, right? Like
you get the fake rares too.
Yeah, I have a ton. I'm like the 70th largest fake rare collector on chain. I love that shit.
Have you been touching any of those like Ton NFTs? Like I got some of these Durov caps. Have you heard about these yet?
I haven't. They were on my show last week. They're doing good though. Fuck plush Pepes and stuff. Those are killing. So I haven't been trading NFTs. I haven't touched NFTs. Like after that bear market, I was like, whoa. And then I guess my best trades are the ones where I just buy and hold the longest because I'm too busy. Like I got Mog at 1 mil. Was super early to that. Caught Whiff early, sold too early, but still did good. Caught Pepe early, sold too early, but still did good. Like I guess I'm good at like catching things early. I wasn't too good at like holding them too long, but bought ETH on the way up. Swapped all my ETH to Sol in November 2023. So I've still a Trump trade. I had a good trade on that on the second night from like I missed the whole first night. Then the second night, remember when it went from like it was a 12 bill and then Coinbase and Binance listed it and then went to like 70 bill. Mm-hmm. I bought at 15 bill and I dumped it at like 70 bill Pico top the next morning because it was size. So I've had these trades, but I'm definitely not an active trader, especially now. Like I haven't made a trade in like, I don't know, 3 months,
That's
2 months. Yeah, I try not. I'm too busy, dude. It's impossible.
I'm told by all my friends never to trade. I started trading for fun, but
you're cool though.
Eric keeps trying to. He texts me every fucking week, and he's like, "Yo, should I long Bitcoin or short Bitcoin?"
Dude, I see Ponzi stories on IG and shit, and then like I see his ex post. I'm like, I want to trade too. Like because look, like I actually think I could be decent at it. Like I think because I've done a few trades, and because I can feel it when like Solana like 2 weeks ago it was like 160. I was on the show saying like, "Yo, this is like the most screaming long ever," because everybody's like sucking Tomley's dick, but like so forgetting about Solana. And by the way, in a good way, but like everybody's forgetting the Solana trade is still a great trade. Next thing you know, it's at 250. Obviously, I didn't long that. Because I'm long like Farcoin on spot, but like Solana outpaced it, right? So it's like, I don't know. I just like lately I've been kind of like so in my like, we're so busy that I don't want to like stress about a position, you know?
Yeah.
It's not worth it, dude. I haven't slept a real night in probably 3 weeks. I wake up every hour. And
so the thing, I can't do that. Like I by the way, I'm super long. Like all my soul is in Farcoin. I have a mega Farcoin position on. But I've had it for 4 months. So I've had it up and I've had it down 50% and up and down. I'm just convinced that this thing's going to go much higher. And if it hits the target I have, I'm going to make more money than if I had chopped myself in that 6 months, let's say.
Yeah, Rookie's a big holder of Fartcoin too. I think he'll hold the longest, I think.
Dude, it's just like me, Rookie, CRG, Bunk Guy, and like Dip Wheeler left, dude.
Yeah. But Maine was the same way. Like he was working on selling breakout for the last few months, and like trading and doing all that stuff is like too stressful. It's like you want to be able to function during the day.
It's too hard, dude. Like at some point, I'm gonna build this company to be a $1 billion company. So like, and I know that. I'm convinced. Like I know for a fact we're gonna make $1 billion off this thing. And worst case, what we sell it for like 300 mil, you know what I mean? But like I'm like dead set on that. And I know Logs, my CEO, is dead set on that. My co-founder is CEO. I know my whole team's dead set. So it's like I feel like for the first time of my life, I have this one shot here as like I like building a unicorn. And I either give everything I have for what 12 to 24 months. Like we're not even talking about like 5 years, 10 years. Like I either give every fucking thing I have for up to 2 years, or I do dumb shit and then just like don't make it. I can get back into trading in 2 years easily, or not, or just like get hella rich and then stop completely.
Well, you're also friends with like Keyboard and Mando. Are any of these guys like part of this? Are they also investors or working on this with you?
I was actually with both of them like 2 nights ago. they're both here for this like iGaming conference. Yeah, Mando is very involved. Keyboard tiny bit, like obviously he hosts Sean Dejan's live and he's too busy with Yeet. But Keyboard's gonna be involved with us when time comes. For sure. He's a huge supporter of ours. He was like one of the first people to ever buy Rug Radar NFTs ever. I think he still has a lot. So he's gonna get a good mirror token allocation from that. But Mando is like the most involved in terms of like our friend groups. He's an advisor. He came as an advisor of Rug Radio early on. He's helped me build it at first, and then Loxy stepped up and etc. And he's been like super. Like we have a call as an advisor with Mando every Tuesday, right? And he's very very involved. And Canary Labs, obviously, like their company with Ovi and Co. have a stake in our company, so very very involved in terms of Myriad.
Yeah, I'm told he's one of the sharpest guys in crypto. Like, was he doing business stuff before that, or was he just a trader? I think he was a trade.
He was a Barclays trader.
Yeah.
He was, yeah, they call him Rain Man over there. Like this guy would know the price of any single like, I don't know, stock or whatever at any given time. Like he's just like so autistic in a good way. Like he's like so sharp. Like even sometimes when he gives us advice, like, oh shit, like why is this guy so smart? So he's sharp, man. He's a good trader.
Yeah, it's the kind of impression I got from him, and like just knowing Keyboard for a long time, they seem to like just have this really good ability to process information, and it doesn't matter what it is, whether it be trading or analyzing how to run a business or processing like whatever. And I think that's rare. I think people are good at memorizing information, but a lot of people don't know how to process it. And really interesting to watch Keyboard work sometimes and the way he does stuff. And I think he's going pretty well from what I hear.
Yeah, it's good. He's very, very sharp. I mean, I'm lucky. Like I have good friends. Like just so you guys have your circle, like, like people like Ovi, Mando, like all these lads are like really good to have around. It's like, at some point I was like trading too much in 21, 22, and Mando was like, dude, like I'm gonna like lock you into a house in Canada in like the north of the country. And like, he's like, because 2021, 2022, I was trying to trade NFTs and stuff, and I kept getting canceled like every Friday for like no reason. And then Mando was like, you're one of my only friends who I'll say this to, like with a straight, like seriously, like you have what it takes to become a billionaire. Just like stop being dumb and like focus on building your thing. And then I'm like, okay, cool. So sometimes like, friends like that kind of help.
Yeah, you have those tough conversations for sure. What about your interview with Trump? Like, how has that changed your life? And like, do you have like a whole new like set of followers that like aren't even part of crypto?
How did you
explain the background of that first? We'll start with that first. That's a good point.
How do you mean I got that, bro? Toughest motherfucker in the game. You know what I mean? Coldest person guy breathing. No, but I'll backstory is sort of to like what I was telling you guys. Like I've been doing this media shit forever. Like people don't realize like a lot of you come from crypto, let's say 10 years ago. I've been doing media for more than 10 years, right? So I've got to know a lot of people in the space. And so basically, Trump's team, the World Liberty Fight guys on Instagram, I think that posted like, yo, looking for someone to produce the Twitter Spaces, and then, a friend of ours that we all know hit me up, and I was in Japan, and he was like, yo, like, there's this opportunity to produce the Twitter Spaces for President Trump. Like, do you want to do it? I'm like, yeah, put me in contact, get in the call with them. And then they're like, yo, we want you to come produce Twitter Spaces. We heard you're like the guy for Twitter Spaces. And let's be honest, like Rug Radio was really the like thing that popped Twitter Spaces for crypto, right? In 21, 22. So they reached out, and I was like, yeah, but you want me to produce it? Or you want me to like host it? Because at first they were like thinking, oh, maybe Tucker Carlson, like anyone but me, like someone really like big Web2 figure, right? Yeah. And I was like, so you gotta, ask, you don't get, right? That's my motto. And so like 10 minutes later, they call me like, yeah, you're good. And I'm like, shut up. I'm like, yeah, you're good. You can host it. It's gonna be September 16th at Mar-a-Lago in 2 weeks. At the time I'm in Japan, I'm supposed to go to Korea for Blockchain Week, London for my birthday, back to Singapore. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I like cancel everything, and they're like, you can have it. You can do the interview. And that's how I got it, right? Because they knew of me like from before, and then they knew of FOMO Hour, Rug Radio, etc. And they were like, look, like a lot of people within crypto want this interview, but like you're kind of like the only one we trust with this, right? Like we want you to do it. So then, went through like Secret Service sweeps, all that stuff. Got to talk to Steve Witkoff. Like he had to make sure I'm cool, So that was kind of Chad. Go through the whole
suit. I want to hear about this suit. You had a nice suit on. I know that shit was custom.
Yeah, of course. Like my tailor, shout out Migs Wax. They've been doing this for 97 years in his family in Montreal, and so I only buy suits from them. But it's funny enough, my gray suit's like baggy because I like baggy suits. This one's actually my little brother's that I got done for him once he got into law school, and so I had to pull up in the double breasted. But yeah, it was super cool, dude. It was surreal, right? especially like when this happened, like it was a lot of pressure because like you have a lot of polarizing person, right? Like most powerful man on earth. At the time, he was still running, right? He was not president yet. It was September, so 2 months before. So like the pressure was like immense to like
Did they give you points that you weren't allowed to touch on?
It was not points that I wasn't allowed to touch on, but it's like I had to give my points before. So it was the other way around. It's like, hey, this one I want to talk about. And then it was like, okay, this maybe not, this maybe yes. Like, like it's like a lot of people ask for that actually, right? A lot of the once you're at a certain level. So they'll ask you for some stuff, especially as it's like right before an election, right? So I feel like now if I were to do it again, I feel like I would be able to talk about even more than before, right? And so it was surreal, man. It was fucking cool. Got to meet him. Got to interview Don Jr., Eric. Talked to Baron right before because he was meant to be on. Sadly, that didn't work out. Elon was in the spaces, but the spaces broke because we broke the record for the most live concurrent listeners ever on the Twitter Spaces to this day, like 2.6 million.
I was Baron.
I had him on the phone. He was hella chill, but he couldn't figure out the Twitter Spaces thing. I think it bugged. You know when Spaces like that shit can't handle like 5,000 people, let alone 2.5 million people trying to tune in at the same fucking time, right? So that was tough, but it was crazy because like because when I went, guys, like I was there when like the second assassination attempt happened, right, on this golf course.
Fuck.
So like I was with the Secret Service. I was supposed to get into Mar-a-Lago to like set up at an 11-person crew, right? It was because we also filmed. And the fucking thing happened, and then like, sir, like you have to step aside. I don't know what's going on, and I find out, that someone kind of like got into his golf course with an AK or some shit, and so everybody thought that the interview was off, but I was sure it was on. So I was just sitting at the Four Seasons by Mar-a-Lago, just waiting for like 4 or 5 hours, and eventually I got the text saying like, "Yo, we're on," and I was like, "Oh, the show goes on." It was insane. So then I pull up the next day at 10 a.m. But the interview was at 9 p.m. because we only had that same day to like set up, test, make sure this worked. Like it was like super stressful. And it's also like quite a thing to get into Mar-a-Lago. Like you have to go through all these sweeps. Like you can't really leave again or else you have to do the sweeps again. So it's a lot. It was super stressful. Like it's super intense. But then as soon as like I saw him, and like we chatted for like 2 seconds right before the interview, like I just like calmed down and I remembered that like this is what I do. So it was really cool.
What'd you think about like his motor? I'm known for like being a grinder. I'm sure you are doing working these 12, 16-hour days. Like did you get that impression from Trump? Like this guy's just up all day fucking grinding?
I mean, bro, the day after a second assassination attempt, everyone and their mother wants to interview him, right? Yeah. It's the most important first interview on the planet. Think about that. The future president of the free world, second assassination attempt, a month and a half before the election. There is not a bigger interview than that on earth. Yeah. Even Putin, even North Korea. There's no one more important that people want to hear more than him. Yeah. Hannity is in a van outside of Mar-a-Lago wanting to have the exclusivity on Trump, right? They hate me, by the way, because Trump was like, no, we're still running the crypto interview with the kid. So they said. So like the motor, that alone, I was like, holy shit. Like he still wants to run this, right? He still wants to run the crypto interview that was planned, regardless of what just fucking happened, right? Yeah. So that alone is like insane when you think about it, right? Yeah. And the man's 80 years old. So like when I did the interview, a lot of the press, like, New York Times, BBC, Al Jazeera, you name it, like everybody came after me, like in the good or bad way. And people were like, oh, don't you think that like Trump didn't know what he was talking about with regards to crypto? I'm like, bro, did you expect like an 80-year-old to just explain to you how like looping Ethereum on Aave or smart contracts work? Or did you expect the president of America, the free president of America, to finally take a positive stance on crypto and let the people under him do the work, right? Yeah. So for me, like he's such an alert man. Like even when we got there, like he called me up. I went to like the dining room to meet with him. He's standing, but he's tall, he's 6'5", fucking big guy. And I'm 5'7", short king. So I'm looking up to him. And then I'm like, and then he's like, young man. And I'm like, yeah, I turned 30 last week. And he's like, we're gonna have a lot of fun. And then he shakes my hand with confidence. We walk in, and then he's like joking about the cameras, right? Because camera A, camera B, and you can tell he's such an expert. Like the first thing he said, it's like, because I still have all the like BTS stuff. So he goes like, is this A? Is this B? Am I looking there? Am I looking there? Mic'd up. Like he was more alert than like anyone you can imagine. Like he was on it. And then he had like his TikTok guy in the room. He's like, oh, you met TikTok, Jack? This guy, how many views you get? 1 billion? Okay, dope. And he's got like, what's the lady's name? Caroline. She's the Levitt, right? The head of press. Secretary, she was there. So his whole like posse and organization was there, and he's so fucking on it. You know what I mean? At 9 p.m. the day after his second assassination attempt at Mar-a-Lago, like that's what like I had so much respect for that, because like no matter what people think of the guy, like I mean, you know, he's doing it. So it's like it was like a whole other level of respect at that stage that I had, and it doesn't matter whether one even agrees with his politics or not. Because that's just like pure grind. Like I can't ever knock that shit.
Did you ask him about the assassination?
Mm-hmm. So naturally, that wasn't planned. Obviously, I had to change my first 2 questions because I'm going to be the first person in the world to ask him about the assassination attempt. So we rewrite the questions. I forget what my question was. It was something like I had to add what happened. Obviously, I had to. But before going on, the press secretary comes up to me and she's like, just so you know, your Twitter space is getting aired live on national television. So no stress, right? Wow. So my interview, me, Farouk, the little CT guy, you know what I mean? One of us, right? Being, asking President Trump, like what happened? But live on CNN, ABC, CNBC, whatever fucking channels y'all have in America, right? All the channels redistributed around the world. Like Loxley and my team were listening to me live from Singapore, Token 2049. It was like 9 a.m. for them from the bedroom of the hotel, live. So basically it was like 100 million people listening live at the same time to the first question. They obviously stopped it once they got to crypto, the live thing. So we still kept going on Spaces, but like, it's crazy. I got to ask him what happened, blah, blah. He goes, all of a sudden we heard shots. Blah, blah. But it's crazy to me. Like that, I was shit, guys. Like our producer, Sims, he looks at me, I remember forget, like the next day he's like, boss, he's like, I have never seen you stressed. He's like, we've done 2,000 shows together. I have never seen you stressed. It was crazy. And I have the Oura ring, which I think you guys do, right? Oura or Whoop or whatever.
Yeah.
I have a screenshot. My heart rate was just red all day. Like it was just like, it's just all my receptors was like max stress, but we did it. And it was, if there's some things I would have done different, probably, but like at the heat of the moment, it's just like, I can't even explain, the what happened. Like, it's just so insane. Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a win. Like for me, at least, like, cause I got into crypto like 2016. And like, when I thought about Bitcoin, even back then, I was like, oh, this could maybe save the national debt crisis. This could actually maybe like the president might be here about this someday. And then to have you do this interview and to like the president talk about Bitcoin and all these things that happen, it's like a pretty dope moment for like, I think the space of CT in general, like, you know what I mean? And I think Barron Trump probably has a big part to do with that, to be honest. I think he's the crypto guy behind the whole thing.
I mean, he said that, like even Trump, like I asked him, right, about Barron and shit and like his involvement. And like, I think Barron was credited to like, helping him with like getting with the NELK and kind of giving him like the thing, like Donald Trump knows more about social media than like most people I've ever met. And I've been doing social media shit forever. Like just a fact, because think about it, right? Like NELK and everything, Rogan, genius. But within crypto, right? Like just the fact, and look, like a lot of other crypto media people were not happy. And like, to be frank, a little jealous. That was me doing it. And I get it. Like game is game, though you should respect it. But like, just the fact that they thought like we're cool with me doing it, guys, like it's crazy, Like when you think about it, like we're crypto native media. Right. It's so non-traditional.
It's fucking dope and it's fucking insane.
Dude, probably like 4 years ago, they would have been like, yeah, some dude from the internet who focuses on the crypto world is not going to talk to the president. Like,
well, exactly. And then, that's surreal already. And then the other thing is like, I don't know, they could have picked anyone, but they decided to go with like the native little radio guy. And then like, that's why like all of like the news after were like, they were like, who the fuck is this guy? Like I got calls from like New York Times and BBC and all these people did a bunch of interviews like, they were like, why you? Like, who are you? And I was just laughing. Like, I was like, I don't know, dude. I'm just another kid doing his thing, you know? Mind you, I'm Canadian too. It's hilarious. I'm Persian, Canadian. Like, it's so funny, right? Like, to me, it's such a meme. Like, it was
First
great.
date, baby.
Fuck yeah, dude. 51st date.
So what else are you up to? Are you traveling anytime soon? Are you going to Token in Singapore?
Yeah, Sunday leaving to Korea. So doing what's it called? KBW. Doing KBW and then doing Token 2049. Yeah, the usual, that
Are you
Asia
gonna
tour.
go to Wiz's event? I'll see you at the go-kart thing.
Yes, sir. We're one of the partners, so that'll be fun.
All right, cool. I'll see you there, and then I'll get you a ticket to the fight. So
Please, I'm down. I saw your fight in Hong Kong. Shit, that was not even fair.
yeah. I have a feeling this one might be a little bit worse. I don't know, man. Some of these guys that take these fights, I'm not sure what they're doing, bro. You know what I mean?
I love how these people accept these fights, dude. That's the best part. Like someone's on the other side accepting it.
I don't know. If there's a market to bet on me, bet your net worth.
I mean, we're putting you guys. I was like texting the boys, like, we got to put a prediction for Eric, so we're gonna put you on Myriad and see what's up. But I would definitely take Eric though. And aren't you like 9-0?
I'm 8-0. I think I'll be 9-0 after this, and I love it, bro. I love representing the homies. I'm putting Myriad markets on my shorts, Racked, Liquidated, Pudgy Penguins. I'm getting everyone on there, so it's just cool to like. It's just a community event. It's like part of the lore, crypto lore. You know what I mean?
I love that, dude. I love
there's more cool events, And I like the Sopo poker, those little poker events we did. They're fun too, man. Like it's been fun being.
Shout out to Sopo.
Yeah,
it's a fun space, man. There's so much cool shit, and there's so many cool people doing cool things. Like, I'm not even worried about like bear market, this, that, whenever it comes. Like, I think. Now we have so much cool stuff going on.
What do you think about the what is it, the Aster token? What was that, Ponzi? Did you get on this thing? It was like
it's still currently kind of ripping. It's up from fucking.
What is it at now? It was like 72 cents last I checked.
It hit 80, now it's down to 64.
Did you get in with Ice Ponzi, or you just missed it?
No, I didn't get it with size. I threw $100,000 at it because I was FOMOing, but pretty late, dude. I'm up like 2x, a little under.
Not bad.
Can't complain.
I mean, dude, all my boys caught it at like 10x on size. Everyone's up.
No way.
Huge, bro. Everyone's up huge. Insane FOMO. I was tunnel vision for FOMC. I'm like, I'm gonna trade FOMC. Somebody sent it to me when it was 120 mil. I was like, I don't care. I'm trading FOMC. And then FOMC is extremely boring, and Aster fucking launches.
So boring. Nothing ever happens, bro.
So what is it? CZ's creating a hyperliquid? That's basically what's happening, or
he's trying to kill hyperliquid because obviously it's a massive market and he wants a bite. And now Justin Sun, don't miss this one. Justin Sun tweeted this morning saying Sun is late, but big things tomorrow, 8 p.m. UTC. So he's gonna launch a fucking Aster hyperliquid competitor. No one's gonna use it. It's gonna be a shit product, but he's gonna fucking corner it and crime it. So I'm not missing that.
Oh my god! So wait, this is gonna be like the hyperliquid of Tron. Like, is that what's going on?
Yes. So load your Tron wallet or what?
Yes, I won't miss another Liquid 5x, dude. I won't. I can't. I can't miss it.
I do have a Tron wallet, or what's it got? The Tron wallet? I don't have one of those.
Yeah, I haven't figured it out.
I don't even know how this shit works, dude.
I think you can. I think it's all integrated with. It's all ERC20, so you can probably just use MetaMask or Rabbi or whatever.
Do you think Hyperliquid's killable?
No, I don't.
No, I mean, like, there is a latency issue that is obviously discussed all the time, but like there's a reason these billionaires have chosen Hyperliquid as their venue to send billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin to convert to ETH. It's just like naturally chosen by whales to be used, and until something breaks, I mean,
do you farm anything? Do you do any of that bullshit or?
I wish I could. I can't. Whenever I want to do something fun, I just gamble a little bit, or like leave my computer. You know what I mean? Like it's just lately it's been tougher because before I had time to trade a little bit, like take a little position here and there with little size, but now it's just like now it's just actually I'm looking to like every 3 months I reposition a bit. That's what I do, and it works out. I reposition
That's fine with
size.
stocks, same way.
Yeah, I'm looking to reposition some here, but I believe in my Farcoin position. I believe my Rect position. Like these are really two really big positions I have, and I think I'll be fine for the rest of the year.
I know I had a little time limit here. We're coming up on 45 minutes, but I would want to ask, like I asked all the guys that kind of made it in crypto or have been real successful. What's your advice for some of the guys that are trying to become you on the social media side or crypto side, business side? You got some rules that you put in place or some things you'd like to say?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, like be you. Like I think too many people always trying to be someone else or someone they're not, and that never works because chasing something or chasing someone just never ends up well. You usually burn out in media. I've seen that for the last 10 years. Like people come in and go because they burnt. But if you look at what I've been doing for as long as I've been doing it, like I don't just burn out. Burn a candle a little bit here and there, but I don't burn out and leave fully. So I think that's one thing. And the second thing is, I mean, if you're you, then that's step one. And if you manage to master that, then step two is easy, is just consistently go at it. Like we were talking about the Trump thing earlier. It's like that shit would have never happened had I not put in the reps, right?
Yep.
Just like you in your boxing, just like Ponzi in his trading. Like that's my trading, right? That's what I do. Like I've been doing this thing forever. And then even in crypto, I've been doing it 4 years straight. Even in the peak bear market, we still showed up. Even the peak like ups and downs still show up. So it's just like in media, like you just gotta like always do it and then stop chasing like views, likes, followers, clout, like main character syndrome. Like that shit's stupid. Like
I love your tunnel vision. Like, and I know what that's like too. Like you sit in these dark rooms for maybe years before you get that result. But you have to,
and then it's luck, right? But the thing is, like, no, it's like 16 years I've been like I started at 14, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Happened overnight, bro. Happened overnight.
What did you do? But it's like think about it, like 14, I started my first Tumblr blog, and obviously I made my first dollar on social media at 16.
Yeah.
But like that's 16, that's 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like it's like half of my life. Like I'm 31. Right? Yeah, I'm Unk now, you know what I mean? Like I'm fucking I'm Unk status now. I like it though. I'm embracing the Unk, you know?
I'm grandpa, dude.
Yeah, you definitely are, bro. But Paul and I still are,
yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, Farouk. I don't want to keep you. I know you got some calls, but I'll see you in Singapore. Look forward to the go-kart racing.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we'll play some poker, fuck around the baccarat tables. You know what I mean?
Let's go. Yo, I'm so down for that. Let's do that. All right, guys. Thanks for having me, boys. Ciao.
Later, bro.
Peace.
Peace.